All right, fig lovers, we have another variety to review for you guys today. This one's called Chico Strawberry. And I believe this comes from Chico, California. I don't know if this is a seedling or an unknown or if it's in the USDA's collection. I've heard a lot about it over the years. Well, actually, I haven't heard a lot about it, but I've heard the name quite often. For whatever reason, this fig's not really well talked about. And I found photos of this and was going through old photos of figs for fun and going through old databases and looking at figs that to me looked interesting. And this one sparked my interest. You can see it's got a long stem and hangs really well. It's also drying on the tree pretty decently. And in general, this is a nice, productive tree that doesn't seem to be too late, doesn't require pollination. It's got a lot of things going for it. The only thing now left to do is to taste it. And I don't, with a lot of these old figs and varieties that seem like lost in a way, like no one cares about them for whatever reason. There's so many hidden gems, it seems like, and it just makes me think, why is it? I always ask myself, why do people just like not care about these? There's a lot of people I think who are just not into figs. They're growing figs, but they're not really into them that much. And those are people typically in this for the wrong reason, and are just hunting and trying to make this into a business and going for the next big, best, popular fig, I should say, with a special name and looks special. But these hidden gems, man, there's value in this, and it's good that just people are growing these. People who actually have large collections and are willing to grow the obscure names and obscure figs. To me, this is one of them. I don't even remember where I got this from. I'll have to look at my spreadsheet, but potentially pollinated, because we have the black mark there on the stem. But so far, it's been a negative, and I don't think that's really a good thing. The pollination, though, is making them ripen earlier. That seems to be almost a definite in my mind. Sorry about the camera there, guys. Trying to get this right. There we go. So let me cut this open now. Hopefully the pollination didn't ruin anything here. Oh, wow. It definitely looks pollinated to me. This thing screaming, out of all the figs I've pollinated, this is like screaming pollinated. Look at that. You can see that portions of it don't look pollinated, in the bottom especially where the eye is. It looks a bit red. The rest of the fig now is like turned brown a bit. The seeds are really large, and to me it just looks pollinated. What we're gonna find out at some point in all these different blog posts and articles I create on these different varieties we're reviewing, I'll keep taking photos of these figs, and I'll keep posting updates sort of as we go along, because not every fig is going to be pollinated, and we'll be able to see the difference. Obviously, I'll be able to taste the difference if there is any, but we'll be able to really see the difference between the pollination and the non-pollinated figs. All right, let's try half of this. It's amazing, there's an ant just like swimming in the fig. It's literally like going through a pool of like pudding. You guys ever have that? Where you're like, you think about when you're kids and you're like, oh, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? And some kid always raises their hand and says, I would have a pool and fill it with Jell-O or something, That's what this reminds me of. All right, let's taste it. Enough talking. All right. It's pollinated. Whoa. There's just too much water in these figs. It's that simple. I just got a very strange flavor when I ate that. It almost was like musty and skunky, almost in a way. Very, very strange. Very perfumey. And it was like trying to hint at me that, hey, something's going on here, but you didn't get there just yet. Like you tried, but you failed. You came a little bit short. The fig, though, definitely to me seems like fermented. It seems really soft. Like, look how easy that was to open this up. Wow. So I'm not a huge fan of this because there is a little bit of that fermentation flavor in there because there's just too much water. The water lowers the bricks and the figs ferment easier. That's why I always say we're trying to water our figs as little as possible. Anyway, guys, that was Chico Strawberry. I will update you guys for sure as we go along. I'm going to save seeds probably from this and test them. All right. Take care, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. See you for the next one. Take care.